A tax tolerance and inspection effect. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Tax tolerance means once the war is over, okay, once the war is over, people are already adjusted to the increased tax. During the time of war, government increases the tax.
Ma'am, your
Voice is slow. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
1 minute. One minute, I'll put the earphone. Okay, I hope it should be audible now. During the time of war, government has imposed a lot of tax burden. Okay, once the war is over, people are habituated of paying that same tax. This is known as tolerance. What do you mean by that, children? During the period of war, government increases the tax rate. It is a simple fact because government wants revenue. So people are used to accept the tax burden. As a result, the tolerance of the people has increased. This is known as tax tolerance. That is, people are ready to pay high tax even after the war. Take down. People are ready to pay high tax after the war. This is known as tax tolerance. Dekho, what is tax tolerance, children? First point is, during the period of war, government imposes high taxes. Point number 1. Because they want revenue. So once the war gets over, generally people will oppose because they are paying high tax. But sometimes people will not oppose because they are already habituated of paying the high tax. Okay. So that tolerance power is known as tax tolerance. Okay. Then what is happening is, once the war is over, government is collecting more tax, no doubt, but government ka expenditure will also increase after the war. After the war, government expenditure will also increase, but there will be shortage of fund. What is the reason? War is over, demand is more. So government ke paas there will be shortage of funds. So government will again try to collect more tax. Government will try to collect more tax. Okay. Government and the taxpayer then evaluate the situation. When government is collecting more tax, taxpayer will also be finding out whether it is proper. Government will also be finding out whether they can impose more tax. Both the party will be inspecting each other. This is known as inspection effect. May repeat karega. First one, what is tax tolerance? Point number 1 is it is a war-ridden economy. Hello, क्या हुआ? Yes, it is a war-ridden economy. So during the period of war, government will impose high tax. When government is imposing high tax, people will pay the tax because they know it's a war period. They don't have an option. But the war is over. Even then, government is continuing with the same level of tax. And people are accepting it. There is no problem at all. That is known as tax tolerance. लोगों के लिए आदत हो गया. I'm telling you example. In the beginning, you were finding it difficult. to adjust with the online lectures. Abhi to 1.5 saal ho gaya, you are already habituated. Rather, you can say that you are now more comfortable with online lecture. You are tolerated, or your tolerance have increased. Similarly, people ka tolerance have increased. But when government is imposing more tax, naturally people demand more facility from the government. So government has to increase their expenditure. When they increase the expenditure, again there is a shortage arises. So government thinks whether they can impose more tax. Government is thinking whether they can impose more tax. Taxpayer is thinking, can they pay more tax? So both the people are checking their own level. That is known as the level of inspection. Please put it in the chat box clearly. What is tax tolerance? What is tax inspection? Ligo. Chat box में answer लिखो. आवाज किधर गया? लिखता. First is what is tax tolerance, children? Even after the war is over, government is continuing with the tax, and people are ready to pay the tax. That is known as tax tolerance. Okay, that is known as tax tolerance. Now the question is, what is inspection effect? What is inspection effect? Government wants to further increase the tax, but they are afraid. Our tax बढ़ा सकता है करके government is not sure, because tax is creating an element of sacrifice. When government thinks of increasing the tax, people also, evaluate whether we can pay more tax or not. So this situation is known as tax inspection. Government का और department का दोनों का पैसा, how whether it can be considered collected more. This is known as tax inspection. एक दूसरे को इंस्पेक्ट करता है. डालो चैट बॉक्स में समझ में आया या नहीं करके. बच्चे लोग waiting for the answer. Okay. Now last one is concentration effect. Concentration effect. कल मेरे को याद दिलाया नहीं वो जेरोक्स भेजने के लिए, इमेज भेजने के लिए. Okay. See, during the period of war and after the war, more power is concentrated in the hands of government. During the period of war and after the war, more power is concentrated in the hands of government. So central government, what they will do, central government will take the responsibility of central government will reduce the responsibility of state government and local government. State government and the local government. This is known as concentration effect. I am repeating, during the time of war, government ka power gets increases. because government has to do a lot of work during the period of war. Once the war is over, what will happen? Government should reduce their work, but they are not doing it. State government का और local government का जो जिम्मेदारी है वो भी central government करता है. So the power is concentrated in the hands of central government. That is known as concentration effect. You know that there are three types of government. One is the central government, state, local. Local में BMC वगैरह आता है, village, पंचायत राज, etc. Central government, state government and local government. इधर किसके हाथ में है power concentrate हुआ है? Central government के हाथ में. So what the central government will do? They will distribute the money among the various state government depending upon their needs. So the power is concentrated in the hands of central government. That is known as concentration effect. There are three effects: displacement effect. Second one क्या है? First one is displacement effect. Okay. Third one is concentration effect. Second is tolerance and inspection effect. ये तीनों में से generally question आएगा. Is it clear to you? बोलो. फटाफट लिखो yes or no. The concentration effect, displacement effect, tolerance effect. Three answers I can see. बाकी लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया होगा. Very good. Mitali, perfect. Concentration, tolerance, and displacement. When we are starting displacement, tolerance, and concentration. Yes. Now, when there is an offline paper, a compulsory question, but comparatively very easy. CAUSES. Causes of sharp increase in public expenditure in India in recent times. What are the causes for sharp increase in public expenditure in India in recent years? Okay. First one, expansion of traditional function of the government. This is very, very easy. First point is expansion of traditional function of the government. 2 days before, while we were explaining, I told you, earlier days, the role of government was that of a policeman. Okay. But in modern times, the role of government is not that of a policeman. Role of government is that of a welfare state. So modern states are welfare state. So welfare state में क्या होगा? Government का responsibility बढ़ जाएगा. Because government is no longer the police state. Police क्या करता है, children? Only when there is issues, when there is local law and order issue, government will come in the picture. Otherwise, government will not come in the picture. Please remember that. One minute, children. So, the responsibility of the government increases. When the responsibility increases, what will happen? They require more money. Government require more money. Please remember that. Stapler children, so what I was telling, earlier government was known as a police government where the role of government was very less. But modern governments are welfare government where government has to perform number of functions. Automatically, the responsibility of the government increases and expenditure also increases. Government has to maintain army, navy, and air force. हो गया मेरे लिए थोड़ा अर्जेंट है. Army, Navy, and Air Force. ये सब मेंटेन करना गवर्नमेंट का जॉब है. So automatically expenditure increases. So that is the first point. Second point is welfare state. Abhi only I told you what is the meaning of welfare state. Welfare state means the government which gives importance to welfare of the people. Take down the point. The government which give importance to welfare of the people. लोगों का वेलफेयर के लिए क्या क्या करना चाहिए गवर्नमेंट उसके बारे में सोचता है. So when government thinks like that, what will happen? Expenditure of the government will increase. Government wants to provide education, government wants to provide water supply, government wants to provide housing. Okay, government wants to provide good roads. इतना ज़्यादा देना चाहिए. There is a welfare. So इतना ज़्यादा welfare activity करने का तो क्या होगा children? Government का expenditure will be more. Okay, so automatically expenditure will increase. Then third point is rise in national income. Increase in national income. Children, what is national income? Total of personal income. Okay. When the national income increases, what will happen? Income of the people increases. That is known as per capita income. गवर्नमेंट का इनकम इंक्रीज होने पर लोगों का भी इनकम इंक्रीज होता है, आपका और मेरा. Per capita means what children? Income per person. That is per capita. Income per person. When per capita income increases, what will happen? People का demand will also increase. मेरे पास पैसा है, मैं टैक्स देता है, मैं गवर्नमेंट को चैलेंज करना चालू करेगा. गवर्नमेंट एक काम नहीं करता, ये जो किया अच्छा नहीं है. Okay, the people got the right to criticize now. Why? Because they are having more personal income. So when the personal income increases, demand also increases. So naturally government has to spend more. Okay, that is the logic behind it. Third is, fourth, growth of population. I am wrapping. Growth of population. Children, if you study economics and commerce properly, by the end of your graduation, you will be having a very clear opinion why India is still a developing economy. India is still a developing economy only because of increasing population. 132 crore plus. This is our population. China is trying to control the population. We are not able to control the population. When population का number ज़्यादा होगा, बच्चे लोग क्या होगा? लोगों का demand for food, clothing, shelter, water supply, ये सब लोगों को चाहिए. लेकिन ये सब करने के लिए what is government require that much income? So what the government will do? Government will impose additional tax. Government will improve additional tax. because government cannot reduce expenditure on education, health, and public welfare. So they will increase the expenditure. When they are increasing the expenditure, automatically people, people का demand will be met. So growth of population में क्या है? Population is increasing. What is India's population, children? 132 plus crore. Okay. So when the population increases, automatically more, water supply is needed, roads are needed, electricity is required. So many things people want. They have to spend more. Government has to spend more. I hope you are understanding. Then comes urbanization. इन्हें क्या लेगा? Urbanization. What do you mean by urbanization, children? Lego. Development of cities. Urbanization means development of cities and towns. There's more and more population shift to cities. Shift to cities. When more people are coming from village to the city becomes overburdened. Okay, and lot of expenses are needed for maintaining roads, transport. Okay, what did I say? Urbanization means people starts moving towards cities, towns and cities. Rural area छोड़कर लोग आगे आगे आएगा. अतः से देख उठते Okay. So when the government, when the more and more people are coming towards the city, क्या होगा? लोगों का demand for road, light, water supply, education, सब कुछ increase होता है. Exactly what is happening in Mumbai. You see that. So what will happen, children? Government has to provide lot of water supply. Government has to provide lot of electricity. सब कुछ expenditure बढ़ जाएगा. लेकिन income तो उतना बढ़ेगा भी नहीं. So automatically it affects the public expenditure. Government has to spend more and more money because government का requirement, people का requirements are very high. हम वहाँ मुंबई में जो देखते हैं, इसलिए तो we say that it is difficult to control COVID in city. Population is more. People are living very close to each other. So demands are more and they are traveling by train. All this is leading to problems. That's why you are saying that, madam, गाँव में तो कुछ है नहीं. Naturally, गाँव में इतना नहीं होगा because social distancing automatically उधर है. इसलिए सरपंच का जो ड्यूटी है वो कम होता है. लेकिन इंडिया में ऐसा नहीं है. Our system is totally different. I hope you have understood. And then next point is inflation. So many times we talked about this point. Again, I am repeating. That is price. What do you mean? Inflation means increase in price. Inflation means increase in price. क्या होगा? महंगाई बढ़ जाने पर, महंगाई बढ़ जाने पर automatically people demand more income and government has to provide them more income. Salary बढ़ जाएगा, pension बढ़ जाएगा. All this will automatically increase the expenditure. आपको मालूम है 15 साल पहले, okay, 1 liter of milk was say costing 25 rupees. Today the same liter of milk is costing 42 rupees. अब देखो, this is inflation. सबका भाव बढ़ता है. अभी 1 kilo of tomato is costing 80 rupees, 100 rupees. आप देखो, so इतना महंगा हो जाने पर आपको ये समझ में आना चाहिए, इन्फ्लेशन में the लोगों का डिमांड बहुत बढ़ जाएगा. So government has to provide lot of expenditure on education, roads. Okay, then they have to provide more salary, they have to provide expenditure बढ़ते जाएगा during the period of inflation. Economics may be called inflation as a killer disease. Okay, it will slowly kill the economy. So government has to be very careful. Okay, children, I am stopping the sharing. We got examination. Save the attendance. I'm sharing the attendance. SOA का शेयर किया. B का भी शेयर किया. After signing, you can leave the meeting. Okay, children, bye.